huge fan of animation. I have been since I was a kid. From British shows like Horrid Henry, Mr. Bean, and Grizzy Tale for gruesome kids, then there were American shows like Adventure Time, Phineas and Ferb, Kim Possible. But all of those are more recent shows that came out in the 21st century. And animation has been around much longer than that. So today I want to talk about a 95-year-old animated franchise that has stood the test of time. Well, until now. The Looney Tunes franchise started in 1930, created by film producer Shel Singer and the animating team of Hugh Harman and Rudolph Isling. Looney Tunes, along with its sister show, Merry Melodies, was started as a way to showcase Warner Brother owned music. The first short, produced for the Looney Tunes franchise, was called Singin' in the Bathtub. Singin' in the Bathtub, named after the song Singin' in the Bathtub, which features in the short. The short featured Bosco and Honey after bath time and all their wacky adventures that they get up to. After that, the Looney Tunes has had some high points and low points, but it has been going strong with beloved shows like The Bugs Bunny Show, Tiny Toon Adventures, The Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, winning many awards along the way. Bugs Bunny, who grew to be the breakout star of the Looney Tunes, earning his own star on the Walk of Fame and became the animated character with the most film appearances, beating Mickey Mouse. Suck on that mouse. The Looney Tunes franchise was such a staple in pop culture that Bugs Bunny was the mascot for the Warner Brothers brand at one point. But in recent years, I and many others feel that Warner Brother has begun neglecting the Looney Tunes brand. Starting the conversation of franchise neglect by talking about the elephant in the room, Coyote vs. Acme, which is a film that started being made in 2018. The premise of the film is the Acme Corporation, which is a fictional company that appears in the animated shorts of Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. In these shorts, Wile E. Coyote uses their products to try and catch the Roadrunner. The products made by Acme always fail and end up injuring Mr. Coyote over here instead of the Roadrunner, which was the intended purpose. After years of Acme faulty products, Wile E. Coyote decides to sue the Acme Corporation. Coyote works with a struggling attorney called Kevin Avery to get justice for Acme's crime. This film has a notable cast such as Will Forte, John Cena, Lana Condor, and Eric Bauza, who has been voicing a lot of Looney Tunes characters for years. The movie was filmed in 2022, and many people around the world were excited for its release, but in 2023, the film was shelved for a tax write-off, meaning Warner Brother never planned to let this completed film see the light of day, like Batgirl, which cost $90 million to make, along with Scoob Holiday Hunt. Many fans were disappointed with the film being shelved, and they voiced it on social media. And after 2 years of being abandoned, many have lost hope for Coyote vs. Acme. But in March of 2025, Warner Brothers have given the rights to the movie to Catch Up Entertainment, and the movie is going to be released in 2026. This is not the first time Catch Up Entertainment has been given the rights to distribute a Looney Tunes movie, therefore saving it and allowing us, the audience, to see a movie that was never intended to see the light of day. If you haven't been on the animation/cartoon side of the internet, you may have heard of the movie The Day the Earth Blew Up.
I hope that shatterproof glass can withstand the abuse.
Which is the first ever fully animated Looney Tunes full-length movie to have a theatrical release. There has been a bunch of compilation movies such as Daffy Duck's movie Fantastic Land, Bugs Bunny, Superstar, and the Looney Tunes Hall of Fame, amongst others. There have been various animated short films such as Coyote Fall, Transylvania, Daffy Duck for President, and many, many more. Looney Tunes also had a bunch of direct-to-DVD films, Tiny Toon Adventure, How I Spent My Vacation, Baby Looney Tunes Extraordinary Adventure, Tweety's Hi-Fi Adventure, amongst others. But none of those are fully animated theatrical releases. Only one icon fits in that description, and that is The Day the Earth Blew Up. The synopsis of this film is Daffy and Porky discover a plot by a species of aliens to take over the world, using bubblegum. Porky and Daffy are Earth's only hope of survival. The original plan for the movie was for it to go up on Max, but then the worst merger ever happened, and as I mentioned before, a bunch of things got scrapped, but Warner Brother gave the rights to this film to an indie distributor that released the movie in February of 2025 to 1,500 theatres. As of the making of this video, the movie has grossed 11 million, meaning it has not broken even, maybe because Warner Brother did not promote this film at all. The amount of comments I have seen of people saying they didn't even know the movie existed until it was rumoured that the movie was being pulled early is insane. A Looney Tunes film should not be struggling to get promoted. What have we come to as a society? Catch Up Entertainment is a small company. They don't have the money Warner Brothers has to promote the film properly. I wonder how much bigger this film would have been even if it got the promotion it deserved. Another reason it probably did not break even is because The Day the Earth Blew Up did not release internationally. It released in the US, Germany and Switzerland in theatre. By the time this video is out, the movie should both be released on streaming services and on Blu-ray. So you should go watch the film if you haven't. I just gave you two options. The reviews for this movie have been great, but I always had faith in this movie, even without seeing it, because as I am recording this, the movie is still not available in the UK. I always had faith in this movie, as Porky, Pig and Daffy Duck have always been a great comedic duo, as this is not the first time these two have been a duo starring in their own Looney Tunes project. These two have always made a great straight man and fool duo. Daffy actually made his first Looney Tunes appearance in a Porky Pig short called Porky's Duck Hunt, where Porky tries to hunt Daffy and fails many times. At one point, this duck beats up Porky's dog and sinks Porky's boat. This character is never called Daffy Duck. He is so similar to the character that eventually does become Daffy Duck that is very much his beginnings.
Don't let it worry you, Skipper. I'm just a crazy, darn fool duck.
These two have appeared in over 40 shorts together since they first met. My favourite time they were a starring duo in a series is Duck Dodgers, which is a series that spawned from the Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century short that released in 1953. This series may have only had 3 seasons with 39 episodes, but it was everything to me, and it was recently announced that they were going to be re-airing it, and I am ecstatic. This movie truly felt like it was doomed to fail from the beginning, so the fact it got as far as it did is amazing. The only reason it lasted so long at Warner Brothers, the only reason this film did not get scrapped is because it has such a low budget that when Warner Brothers was acting a bunch of stuff, it was not worth the tax write-off, so it barely got made. In recent years, it very much feels like 2D animation is dying. A lot of films and TV shows coming out recently are 3D CGI, which is not always awful. I personally love Fairly Odd Parents' New-ish style, but a lot of them do feel dull and lifeless. They just feel like they are missing spirit. Even black and white animations, which had no colour, feel more vibrant than some of the newly released 3D ones. At least they're not turning all of Looney Tunes into full live action. Imagine just a regular rabbit hopping about saying "What's up, Doc?" That could be the reality we live in. Fortunately, we don't live on that earth. The blatant disrespect to Looney Tunes does not end with the treatment of Coyote vs. Acme or The Day the Earth Blew Up. As of March 14th, 2025, Max removed all of the classic Looney Tunes shorts from the platform on the same day that The Earth Blew Up was released. Seems kind of intentional. I am not saying it is. They said they're going to put on a different streaming platform, but taking it off one of the biggest streaming platforms and flinging it onto another is insane if you want people to watch it. Considering how Warner Brothers animation started with the Looney Tunes short, it is insane the amount of disrespect the franchise is getting. Warner Brother Picture Animation appeared on a panel where they discussed things like the Flintstones reboot that is apparently happening called Meet the Flintstones, but they also mentioned they are working on a super secret Looney Tunes project. With so little information on the project, I am not holding out hope it will be made. They might cancel it again, and my heart cannot take it. You might think with the recent success of the Space Jam sequel that Warner Brother would be trying to make as many Looney Tunes things as possible. Whilst all this drama has been going on with The Day the Earth Blew Up and Coyote vs. Acme, it has led me to remembering the biggest injustice the Looney Tunes franchise has ever experienced. The cancellation of the 2011 show, The Looney Tunes Show. Yes, it's been over a decade. Yes, I am still salty about it. This version of Looney Tunes is a somewhat controversial addition to the Looney Tunes franchise, as it is far more dialogue heavy with an addition of deadpan humour than most Looney Tunes shows and shorts have been.
What are you wearing? Mall pants. What kind of pants? Mall pants. Pants you wear at the mall as a sign of respect.
So why aren't you wearing a shirt?
Too much respect. It's the mall, not church.
As they are normally based in physical humour. It was obviously adapted to modern times with more modern cartoon humour. It's not surprising they wanted a fresh change for the show, considering at the point of making that show, the show was 80 years old. I would say other than Bugs Bunny, most of the characters' personalities stay the same and they are just dropped in suburbia. They are just trying to figure out things, and I personally liked it because at the same time they were showing reruns of original Looney Tunes shorts, so I was getting the best of both worlds. In one show I could watch Elmer Fudd try to murder Bugs Bunny, and in another show I got to see Bugs being terrorized by Daffy and Lola as he tries to shop in a mall. It was amazing, but the fact this got cancelled is still a sore spot for me. The slapstick sketch humour is still enjoyable in the modern day, like in the Looney Tunes cartoons, which returns to the chaotic short style of Looney Tunes, and it also featured the return to the 1930 yellow glove that Bugs used to wear. I personally prefer his white gloves. These look like pea gloves. There's also Bugs Bunny Builder, aimed at a much younger audience than normal. It's a similar vibe to Baby Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny Builder is about Bugs and his friends doing construction jobs around their town. There's also Tiny Toons University, a reboot of Tiny Toon Adventures. This show is set at Acme University, where Bust and Babs are learning from professional Looney Tunes so that they can become iconic characters just like them. The point I'm trying to make, talking about all these shows from the last 15 years, is I don't think Warner Brother has given up on the Looney Tunes franchise and are trying to completely destroy its legacy. Since the last two shows that I mentioned are still being made, I do think they care more about money than art at this point, which is not shocking. I do think there will be more Looney Tunes, especially considering the 100th anniversary is only a few years away, so they're bound to do something for it. So all the negativity I see on social media, I do think is a bit dramatic, funny at times. I do feel like we should be more concerned about the state of the rest of animation, as it seems that every single show is getting cancelled or rushed, or they get hidden away and not promoted. According to this interview with Deadline, the animation group for Warner Brothers will be heavily focusing on DC projects in the future, which is great. I am looking forward to the Starfire series. I just hope that other IPs do not get forgotten. Plus, Annecy is happening very soon after I release the video, and they are saying that they are going to announce some new Looney Tunes show.
Welcome to the International Animation Festival of Annecy.
So not all hope is lost, but animation has always been disrespected. The Looney Tunes franchise are not unique in that aspect. So to answer the title of this video, why do they keep disrespecting Looney Tunes? It's because Looney Tunes is a kids franchise and animation, so they deem it expendable, even though it's almost 100-year-old legacy should prove how important it is. That is all for this video. Tell me your thoughts on the state of the Looney Tunes franchise. Goodbye!